next item is that the board identify the charter schools request for proposal focus. This we added. And could you give us more information about the recommendation, Dr. Gaku? Yes, Madam President, board members, we are at a juncture where we need to identify the focus of the request for proposal, whether that be startup focus or startup and conversion. We just need to know what the pleasure of the board is so that we can complete the RFP and be ready to launch it by the November 1st deadline.
There's no recommendation. I don't see it. I see it, but I don't see what it is. Right here it's attached.
We've been discussing it, and we just need to know.
I just would like to see what you're asking me to approve.
There it is.
It's not in here. It wasn't in our.
It was an addition added to this.
Are we voting
For clarification, what you're asking is for us to identify if we want to be authorized startups and conversions, or is the conversion even on the table for this purpose?
That's not in here. This says that the board identified the charter school RFP focus. There is no recommendation.
Ms. Williams, I think the idea was, or the intent was to allow the board to have discussion on whether the RFP would have startup and conversion or just startup. And then based off of that feedback, that is what Dr. Gaku's recommendation would be.
This is what we've been discussing, board members, and we just need to have direction on where we are.
Well, as one board member, I am not interested in a conversion at all.
So is that the recommendation that we have a startup? We need the recommendation. This does need to be clear. What are we recommending? Because I don't know if this is actually a recommendation or is this more discussion about which of these items we want to place in the RFP.
Madam President, as has been communicated, we were in the process of closing out the request for proposal. The requirement is that under the efforts that we were making, we had the request for proposal for a startup or a conversion. Based on feedback provided, we needed to step back from that, and there's been more conversation. What we're asking this evening is it the pleasure of the board to focus solely on startup, or is it the pleasure of the board to go back to where we were prior to startup or conversion? We need this information in an effort to complete the RFP.
Clarification. I thought we didn't have an option on startup.
That's correct.
So it's not startup or conversion.
But we've been able to get feedback from board members individually, and what we're asking is, where are we now?
Okay.
We're asking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't know that we have, my understanding from our last work session, and we spent a whole lot of time on this, was that we didn't have an option of startup. The only option we had was if we wanted to add conversion.
And we're trying to determine that this evening.
Okay.
Okay, so that's not the only thing I have to say. The recommendation, I don't know how we changed that to voice. That is our direction to give you if we end up saying that we don't want, because we don't have a choice with startups. So the recommendation has to be, do we want to add conversion or do we want to have conversion as part of our RFP?
And so my recommendation is no conversion.
Okay. But do we make the recommendation?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. You have to have the superintendent makes the recommendation, and the board can only vote it up or down. So we don't have a
So,
recommendation.
Madam President, there's an understanding in this conversation. If there is no recommendation from the superintendent to entertain the conjunction and/or as it relates to conversion and/or startup, then for the purposes of what we're talking about now, this is just conversation.
Yes.
That's a question.
I mean, in my opinion, I don't know that we need
Or
Robert's Rule of Order
to our legal counsel, Ms. Parker.
to determine this, because the recommendation has to come from the superintendent.
Correct. This recommendation here is to get discussion, what she's asking the board for is discussion on whether or not conversion is going to be added to the RFP.
That is the discussion, board members. We were already moving about the process, and you will go back to our previous discussions, and we've had many. We have been talking about startup or conversion, releasing the RFP with that focus, a startup or conversion.
My understanding, which I think the comment that was brought up from Ms. Williams, we have no decision to make about startup. And so we shouldn't even be having that discussion. The only question about our RFP is if we want to put conversion into our RFP. So that should be the recommendation. We don't need further discussion. We'll either vote it up or down if we want to consider conversion. Thank you.
We have to have a recommendation from the superintendent. She's not made one.
So, Dr. Dacoon, do you have a recommendation?
The recommendation would be to prepare the RFP for startup.
Prepare the RFP with
With a focus on the startup.
So the recommendation is to prepare the RFP with the focus on a startup only. Is there a motion to approve this recommendation?
So moved.
Is there a second? Is there a second? Can I second? Second. All right. So any questions? So all those in favor of this recommendation, please say aye. Aye. Any opposers? Mr. Collins, no.
No.
Mr. Woodson, no. Okay, so that recommendation passes. All right. They want to. Okay. Gonna go with the starter only.
Okay. Final clarification. As we have decided to become authorizers, that is partial. We do not have a choice over if we want to startups, correct?
That is correct. If you do not put startup in the RFP, they'll just go to the commission.